Hello everyone and welcome to the CGM E3 Bethesda Post-Show. We saw a lot of really cool stuff from the Bethesda Press Conference and we're excited to talk about it. So, first thing on everyone's mind.
Our names first.
Okay.
Who are these people?
Okay, yeah, I'm Jordan Bjordy.
And I'm Shak Lambert. Hi.
Okay, now that all the introductions are out of the way, let's talk E3.
Yes.
Let's talk Bethesda. First things first, Prey.
Man, Prey,
Now, what did you think? Because I can't tell based on what they showed. At first, I honestly I thought it was BioShock, and then it took me a second to remember that Bethesda doesn't own BioShock. And I was like, what, wait, are we in space now with BioShock? Okay, first we were in the water, now we're in the sky, now we're in space. But no, when it ended up being Prey, I was really surprised because it seemed weird. I wasn't super duper sure what to think of it because last I heard they wanted to make Prey into like Prey 2, an open world RPG, like kind of like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff like that. And I thought that'd be really cool.
Didn't it have like space bounty hunters and stuff?
Yeah, that was the idea, that you were supposed to be a space bounty hunter. And at one point they even said too that Tommy would show up and you'd interact with them and go do stuff with them. The way it looks kind of now, it feels kind of like a reboot.
Yeah.
Which upsets me a little bit because Tommy was a really cool character, and I mean he's one of the few like Native American characters in games, and I just kind of feel like, oh, we're replacing him with white guy, but that's neither here nor there. It just you know, it weirded me out a little bit. What did you think, Shaq?
I thought it looked really cool. It's interesting because Prey was actually the first 360 game I ever played in my life.
For me, it was Condemned, but it was probably the second game I played on 360.
Nice. So I'm very invested in, like, I was invested in the development of Prey 2 and where it was going, but I'm interested in this reboot. It looks interesting. I don't know how I feel about them kind of scrapping what they had.
Yeah, because you know I liked a lot, and you know, not to belabor the point, but part of the thing of Tommy like being of like native descent, I liked how they did a lot of stuff with like the spirit world and going in. Those are really cool. Using the eagle to like hunt stuff down, like that was really cool. And now it looks like they're kind of taking it in more like a space magic kind of way, like, you know, just doing stuff that I don't know, maybe it was like a little Dishonored inspired, but like.
That's one of those things that worries me because, like, you like run the risk of losing that touch, that unique touch that Prey had to it.
Yeah.
But still, I'm still interested in what we see more from this because we haven't seen much, just like that.
No, it's a bit of a cinematic, you know, so there's not enough to go on it. But like, so I guess I'm gonna be tentatively excited for it just because don't know enough about it yet. Then we got, what else? We got Quake. That was a huge thing.
Quake!
Like,
oh my God.
Now, am I the only one who, when I first saw the trailer for Quake, I was kind of just like, so I guess Bethesda's making a Overwatch now? Like, everyone's just doing it now, apparently.
Listen, I'm fine with it.
That made me excited because, yeah, Quake was awesome. And I'm just like, and you know what? I think the last Quake game I actually played was on the 360.
Quake 4?
Oh, no, not 360. It was on the original Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And I remember, I forget which one it was. It was the one that with the one mission that's like a train, and you have to like basically do that, like hijack the train.
I'm trying to remember which one that was.
I don't know. But it was so much fun, and like if they learned anything from Doom, which I think they did, is that they're gonna get back to that kind of like grassroots, making these like fast-paced, intense, just fun shooters, and I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that we're not like stuck in this drab, dreary, like everything's got to be grounded in gritty realism kind of like shooter genre anymore. Like we're getting back to the fact that games could be fun.
The thing is that like I think since Bethesda got in, like they've been like working with their properties, they've been having a really good track record with it so far, because especially with like Wolfenstein, Doom. So I think like I have high hopes for this.
Yeah, well, I mean, and for the most part, it's like the id team on the development side, right? So like Bethesda seems to be just letting them do their thing and trusting them, and it's been returning in spades for them.
Yeah, because they know what makes the work because they made it. So
exactly. But again, you know, it was just a cinematic, so it's not enough to know like what to expect. But hopefully, it's going to be something along the lines of Doom, because Doom was crazy fun and I loved it. And you can even read our review. I'll put a little link in the description. I reviewed it. It's great.
PC only. I'm a little. I know it's PC roots, but like. Disappointed that I didn't hear a console announcement.
It's gonna come out for console.
It's gonna.
Come on.
Let's be real here.
It's going to. Like, I mean, we don't live in a market anymore that can adhere to only like a PC demographic. Like realistically, it makes more sense. Yes, and yeah, that's true. But something like a big property like Quake from a big AAA developer and publisher like Bethesda, like people are gonna want it on console. People are gonna demand it. It's gonna come out. Like,
yeah.
I know that it's like it should go on PC because like yeah, that's where it all got started. It'd kind of be like if they relaunched Counter-Strike and put it out on consoles, right? Oh, well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Shut up. You know what I
mean. What's next up on the list that they have?
So, well, speaking of Doom,
yes.
They put out a free demo of the first level of Doom, which I thought, and like on top of like the updated like DLC, updated like levels that's coming out for it, like multiplayer stuff. But I like the fact that they are like saying, here's the first level for free. I mean, is it weird that we live in a time when that's like something to get excited about? Because that just used to be called demos, and that just used to come out on games. Like, there was a little disc. It came with your magazine.
Yeah. Shout out to PlayStation Jam Pack.
Oh god. Actually, that's how that was the first time I actually played Prey. It came in a Xbox magazine, the demo disc, and I remember because the first level is so scary. I thought the game was gonna be like a straight up horror game. And then it had horror beats, but I mean, it ended up turning into a big action shooter. But yeah, my god, that demo was awesome. But yeah, like the fact that they're kind of like saying like, you know, Doom is it's a fun game that everyone should kind of experience to have the first level, which does go. It's a pretty meaty first level too. Like that's a solid, I would say, half an hour, almost maybe to an hour's worth of gameplay, right? In just a free demo, like. That's good, and we need to get back to that. I know it's stupid to say it, but we need to get back to being able to play demos. Yeah, because like the fact that it's not easy to get games anymore and judge whether or not you want to keep them if they're going to be any good, right? So it's like if you're going to make an $80 commitment, like you should want to know what you're getting into. And I feel like if more devs and publishers kind of like say, okay, well, you know what? Here's the first level of our game for free. You can play it and see if you want to buy it or not. That's fine. You know what I mean? And more people need to start doing that.
Especially like remember with like Xbox Live Arcade games, they would always have like a demo.
Yeah.
Every single one of them would let you play like the first like 1 or 2 levels of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we don't see that much anymore.
No,
especially
it's
with AAA titles. Because like I remember back when I started, like when I first had a 360, and they're like, hey, you could just download demos. I would do that constantly. And I'd go like, okay, this seems cool. I want to play that. I want to play that. I want to play that.
Yeah, sure.
And so
it slakes your appetite for it, and you're like, oh, you know what? This is actually really cool. I'd like to go a little further beyond it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was how I got into Ninja Blade. It was how I got into like Ninja Gaiden 3. It was very ninja focused, but
Ninja Jordan.
like a few Xbox Live arcades like the Dishwasher and stuff like that. Like those were all games that I think even Scott Pilgrim, like those were all games I played the first level of, and I thought these are so good. I actually want to spend money on them.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe we fell out of that just because like people thought, oh, if you give someone a demo, they'll be like, okay, I just play this, and you know I'll never have to buy the games. I have a demo, and that's just not the case.
No. And also sometimes demos, they came out with like little trinkets for the main game for when you purchased it.
Yeah.
And like if you want people to play, like more people to incentivize to like buy your game, you could just do that. Like, that's like an extra bonus. Like, hey, we know you play this demo and you're really excited for it, so here's a little something for you.
Well, then what was it? Bravely Default.
Yes.
That was a demo that was like specifically designed to be like an extra part of the game. Like it wasn't actually in the main game. So it's like the demo had exclusive content that made you want to get into the main game, which I thought was really cool.
But, yeah, Doom, free demo. If you haven't played it yet, you can try it out on the PS4 or Xbox. I think even PC also has it.
It's on
I'm
PC.
pretty sure all 3 of them would have it. But what was next up?
So coming up, we got what else we got? We got remaster of Skyrim,
Yes. Here's the thing. I love Skyrim.
I did too, but I already put like 160 hours into the game, and it's like to play it again in another 160 hours. Now it's just in high def.
High def, and
I don't know if I want to make that commitment.
I'm a lifelong console player, so I can have mods now. So I'm going to have mods aplenty.
Yeah, I
mods aplenty in Skyrim.
That's true, and you got the X. You're the only person I know who has an Xbox One.
Exactly.
So. Oh wait, did they put out mods for PS4?
They're putting out mods for the PS4 version of Fallout. Also.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming out.
It's just coming out first on Xbox.
Yes.
But
I don't know. It's just that thing, right?
I'm interested. I don't know if I'll get it at launch, but I'm sure that like at some point I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm fixing for more Skyrim. So I'll go back to it.
Part of me did kind of want to go back and play Skyrim, but like, you know, like, I don't know. I had mixed feelings about Skyrim. I just felt like a lot of it was very, very short. And
the
like
campaign itself.
The campaign, but like a lot of the quests too, because I remember the quest line for the Thieves Guild in Oblivion was like crazy long, and then like in Skyrim, like as cool as it was, and the Nightingale armor was like the best armor you get in the game. And I think it was over in like 5 missions, and I was kind of like, I was like, really, that's it? Like, okay, moving on, I guess.
But still, man, it's still such a huge fun game. Like,
it is, and you know, here's my second problem.
DLC. I think all the DLC will be added into it, which I never played any of it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm listen. I'm excited.
Okay, because like, you know, they're cool, but it's just it's literally 2 out of 3 good DLCs, because the Dawnguard DLC was really cool. Had a good like story line to it. Although it did kind of bug me that like, and I guess spoiler for anyone who hasn't played it yet. Like whether you choose the vampire hunters, the 2 quests kind of converge into one straight line, so it's not like you do anything differently depending on who you choose. But like the character that you get out of it, like the support character, is really cool. And then you get like, if you're a vampire, you get like the big like transformation, break the game vampire thing. And then Solstheim was kind of cool because it like takes you back to Morrowind roots. It even has like the same music and like lots of similar enemies. So that made me really happy because I loved Morrowind as a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Did they announce a release date for Skyrim the special?
They did not. Not that I knew of, although I was sort of half paying attention because I was sarcastically tweeting as I was watching the thing.
Again, I love the last game. Like flaws aside, because like there was a glitch where like my horse was just.
Did you not get the stationary dragon flying glitch?
I did.
Oh my god, those were the best. But just flying in place.
But yeah, I'll see if I can find a release date.
But yeah, like,
still, I'm into it.
I think I for the most part I do agree with you. Like I might get it. Like if at some point it might go down in price. Like I might not get it at launch, but it's something I might pick up like later on down the road, because again, I do like Skyrim. Although I feel like I'm more inclined rather to play an HD version of Skyrim. Did they?
Yeah, they did announce a release date, which is October 28th.
Oh, cool. I guess I just didn't see it.
Yeah. I think because they really briefly showed it.
Okay,
but, October 28th. Also, they said anybody who already owns Skyrim on Steam, like the Legendary Edition, or any of its add-ons, they can automatically go to the special edition.
Okay, cool.
Version. So
that's pretty awesome.
Extra bonus for you guys.
Go buy it on Steam right now. It's on sale for like $10.
Exactly.
You get your money's worth. But like, I feel like I would be more inclined to play the next game that they talked a little bit about, which was the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes.
They announced a new DLC, which is the Dark Brotherhood, which are my boys.
I love Dark Brotherhood.
But it's an MMO, right?
Yes.
I don't understand how you would do any quest stealth-based in an MMO, because doing it in, like, this main game with a partner is already hard enough. Like, how would you do that with, like, 15 other people jumping around behind you? Yeah.
Just a squad of
jumping
people
all the time and just running in and murdering people. Like, I guess I just don't get how Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online works. I need to actually play it.
I think we'll have more details about that as like the months go on.
Because like it's showing all these cool like stealth kills. I like the one where like they tap on the shoulder, the guy just starts shanking him. I was like, whoa!
Prison rules in Elder Scrolls.
This is rough, man.
The other main thing that they talked about for Elder Scrolls was that they were adding level scaling for the whole world. So levels are not, like, certain areas are not restricted to
like the same way.
People.
You know what? And I
highly appreciate that.
I like and I dislike that, because that's sort of the way that old Elder Scrolls were. Like Morrowind was like that. Like if you want, and I kind of like that. That idea, like, you know, in games like World of Warcraft, where like certain areas are restricted to you because you need to be a high level enough thing to do. So like there is that sense of danger if you're heading towards a different area and there's like level like 50s just lurking in the background and you're trying to like keep your distance. I like that sort of sense of fear and danger to make a game where it's kind of like, oh, well, you're level 20. Well, now everything's level 20. So there's no real sense of danger. You'll just see anything you need to see.
Yeah.
That does bother me a little bit, but I appreciate what they're doing to try and like get that ease of access in place for people who want to get into the game.
Yeah, I think it's also more for like say like you have a friend who's been playing Elder Scrolls for like a while, and you want to get into it, and you want to play like the same missions and levels and stuff, but you can't because he's already at a way higher level. So I think it's to like accommodate new players if they want to join their friends.
But at the same time, like, a lot of times it was a very beneficial, going back to WoW, to have friends who were high level, because I remember having like a level 80 who ran me through what was it, the keep with all the werewolves. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's where you get the robes if you're a mage or warlock. It's really good, like level 20 like purple item robes at the end of it. It's gonna drive me nuts because I was like, oh god. And we ran through it like 5 times in a night so we could get me the full set, and he just guided me through it, just me and him. So like there was benefits to having friends who had higher level characters who could just sort of run you through areas or whatever. And now it's like, now that everything's sort of balanced, you don't get that, I think.
Yeah.
But like, so it's like there's a kind of a pro and con to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
But it's interesting. I'm not sure if they announced a release date for that.
Again, I didn't see it.
I think it's just an announcement saying it's coming.
Yeah, because I as I was watching it again, like I don't recall seeing it, so maybe they did. But if they did, I don't know. And in final bit of Elder Scrolls release news, they had the Elder Scrolls Legends, the card game,
which is like very much appealing for people who play Hearthstone a bunch.
Didn't they announce that last year? Has that come out yet?
I think they just announced it, but they just recently opened a beta for it. Or,
okay.
They did a closed beta.
Because part of me was just like, wait a minute. I'm getting deja vu over here. Like, you already talked about this last year. We're still seeing it again. Like, I don't know. I feel like that should have been out by now.
Yeah, possibly.
Card game.
But it was just a brand new trailer, just showing the campaign.
Yeah, and it looked kind of neat.
A card game with a campaign is weird to me.
Well,
but
no. Yu-Gi-Oh has card campaigns, so
okay, good point. Touche.
There you go. Just playing cards. If it's just playing cards, but again, I guess it all depends on how it will end up working. Because I guess kind of what it looked like to me is that like the campaign like almost feels like it's supposed to be a legit Elder Scrolls experience that is played out via the medium of a card game. Yeah, which I think is kind of cool. If it was something like, you know, like Gwent, and it's just like the basis of the games that you live in the Elder Scrolls universe and you're just playing cards, I would love it all the same.
Yeah, but then they said that there's a lot more of the beta that they'll be showing off, and if you haven't signed up yet, you can sign up at like Bethesda's website.
Cool. Yeah. I'm down.
Cool.
Maybe I'll take a look at it. Oh yeah, we forgot to mention, back to the Quake news.
Yes.
Possible announcement for a new Wolfenstein? We're not sure, or something Wolfenstein related?
They low-key snuck it in, because at the very beginning...
I didn't even notice it, I'll be honest.
I didn't notice it either. It's not until someone on Twitter had posted a screenshot, because at the very beginning when it's like the MS-DOS, and they're showing a bunch of codes, is they're actually listing Bethesda games. Yeah. And they were showing off Wolfenstein, The New Order, and then they showed The Old Blood, with each of them having their release dates. And then they showed something called The New Colossus, and they blurred out the release date. But that means they haven't so I'm thinking it's new DLC, like standalone DLC.
Yeah, maybe. But wasn't something like that leaked not too long ago too? Why do I feel like I'm thinking sure. like it seems familiar to me? Maybe just because I was like doing research on Wolfenstein and I just had to come across.
I think it was like their way to tease it.
That's sneaky.
It's very
I missed
sneaky.
it because I was too busy being snarky about how that looked like Overwatch, and I was like, are they doing their own Overwatch now?
But I'm super excited because I adored the New Order.
I heard it was really good. I never got a chance to play it.
Fantastic.
I'll play it if we have it.
I think we have a copy in the office.
I'll play it because I heard it was really good.
And then the Old Blood DLC where they added zombie, where they got to put zombies.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, it wouldn't be a Wolfenstein without zombies.
The way it worked, it just felt just normal for the Wolfenstein, like craziness of the Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah, 100%. It has to be because I mean, if there's not like, you know what, I was one of the few who didn't mind when they rebooted Wolfenstein on like the PS2 and they included like magic and stuff into it. I thought that was really neat. So it's like, if you have a Wolfenstein game without having like a bit of a sci-fi element and a bit of a horror element, I feel like you lose a lot of what it is. And so like bringing in zombies is probably a pretty good way to go. So last And I guess for me, least, but
Certainly not
for
least.
people other than me,
Like,
not
almost
least.
everyone was excited for this.
More stuff about Fallout 4.
Oh, no, not that. No, that's not last.
What am I missing?
Dishonored 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, yeah, that's right. We forgot about that. Dishonored 2 looks cool as hell.
Yeah, no.
It looks awesome. I am very excited for it.
They finally showed gameplay. And
Although that
fantastic.
that timepiece looks like it totally breaks the game. Like you just get to go in and out of dimensions, just sneak up behind. Dude, why not just go all the way to the end of the mission in that timepiece and not have to kill anybody?
Exactly. So yeah, they showed off some of the new gameplay features. So yeah, like that timepiece. So where in certain locations you could jump between two different time periods. So like maybe say like decades before or after.
Oh, is that because it looked to me like it was like dimensions.
No, it was time.
Was it time?
It was time.
Okay, sound was kind of
Because,
off for me, so.
Yeah, what it was is like you explore a building and say you're behind a locked door.
Yeah.
You just jump into the future to where
I guess that would make sense. It's a
run
timepiece.
down. Yeah, everything just run down and just walk through.
Yeah.
And then go back to the other time period. And that's how you can like sneak past enemies.
You know what would be cool if you could like grab someone and then bring them like into the past and like leave them there kind of thing. That would be neat.
That just freak people out.
I'm really interested to see how it's gonna work because it looks really cool.
And then they also showed both Corvo and Emily will have their own skill trees.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of Emily's abilities, like the Shadow Walk, which straight up looks like the Darkness.
Yeah.
If you ever played that, minus the cool Mike Patton voice.
Yeah, and the tentacles
And the
talking
tentacles,
to you.
but like it looks really creepy and cool. And
Yeah, I'm excited, man. You
Yeah.
know, and like I don't know, I'm glad and I'm glad that they did show off mostly Emily's stuff because like. It seems like the game was kind of made to be like her story, and I feel like they did include Corvo just because it's like, hey, Corvo's here too.
I don't because they did say that each of them will be fully voiced and they have their own reactions to certain events. So it might be like two sides of like the same story.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it feels like Corvo was a bit of an afterthought to go in the game. Like it seems like he had his moment in the sun. This should have been her game, but like we just let's make sure
continuity.
Yeah, let's continuity's sake make sure everyone has someone that they like want and do it to extend his story a little bit too, like because he is a fan favorite, right?
Exactly.
So yeah,
but it comes out November 11th.
Yes.
PS4, Xbox One, PC.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I need to get the definitive edition and play Dishonored 1 because I didn't play enough of it.
Actually, for those who pre-order the game, they get a copy of Dishonored Definitive Edition.
Perfect. So if
you haven't played it before, you should probably cop it.
I can play Dishonored 1 long enough to forget about Dishonored 2 when the next game comes out. All right, now last and least for me,
him, but certainly not least for me.
Fallout 4 stuff.
We have a lot of Fallout stuff.
We have some like the mod support for PS4
it's coming out later this month.
We have some like new features like weird gimmicky, I don't know, building stuff.
Oh yeah, they announced several more DLCs. They announced 3 more.
Yeah, like building.
The first
stuff.
one, building contraptions, so where you can build your own like Rube Gold.
Yeah,
machine, which
I like how they even used the music too.
Even the music
that did kind of make me laugh. I did. As much as I like don't like Fallout, I did enjoy, or Fallout 4. I did like that.
They did. They also announced that you could create your own vaults.
Which made me laugh too, because it just looked like, okay, now we're just gonna put Fallout Shelter into the main game, so have fun with that.
Exactly. Which, side note, they're also bringing Fallout Shelter to PC.
But you know what? I did like the more stuff that they did show about Fallout Shelter, actually sort of adding like a campaign mode and like sort of like scavenging, like questing and stuff. I was like, you know what? They're making this into sort of a more legitimate game, and that makes me excited because that was the problem with Fallout Shelter, that it was fun until it stopped being fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, now that you're actually gonna make it like a more legitimized, like and it feels like an actual game. Like just because it's on mobile, it doesn't have to be something like it doesn't have to adhere to mobile principles. I like that, and that makes me more excited for Fallout Shelter.
Yes. And the final DLC that they announced was Nuka World.
Nuka World's
an amusement park based on Nuka-Cola, which I'm thinking it's a new story, like
hopefully
story DLC.
Hopefully,
not just a new area, which looks really fun. I want to go.
Yeah.
Listen, wouldn't it be hilarious if they're just like super mutants just riding roller coasters? In
yeah,
Nuka World?
I'd be okay with that because they made you know what, they made the super mutants kind of okay in Fallout 4. That's one thing I did enjoy about it, is that like you meet a lot of more super mutants that have like intelligence.
Yes.
And I kind of like that. So yeah, if we see like super mutants just like operating the machines. They're just like, hey, we just want to have fun at an amusement park. I'd be okay with. I'd be on board for that one.
But definitely, I'm looking forward to it. I think they said the latest, because it's all in order, the Nuka World is the last one that they're putting out, at least in terms of the stuff they announced. It's coming out in August.
Yeah.
So it's all coming out really, really soon.
So, I mean, that's something to look forward to, I guess.
Yes,
I'm going to have to
highly.
review it, probably. So.
Oh, hey, listen, I'd be down to review it. I'd take your place.
I reviewed all this Fallout stuff. I'm resident Fallout 4 guy, despite
Even
how
though-
much I
even though you
don't
don't
like
like
Fallout 4. I know, it's weird.
That is ridiculous.
It's a weird... It's my punishment, really,
Yes.
for mouthing off in the office.
But, yes, that's everything.
Yeah, so that was everything from Bethesda. That's a lot of stuff to look forward to. I mean, this next like sort
Really
of
cool
gaming
batch
year
of
is going to
stuff.
be it's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned for our next E3 post show. It's going to be what
Microsoft is coming up next.
Coming up next. So stay tuned. All right.
Awesome. Hi, Mel. By the way. How was Civil War? Why did you go? Oh, it worked. I guess.
you could have made the movie end.
Yeah.